Chicago, 2011. A cop is murdered. Police and prosecutors swear they have the trigger man. He swears he didn't do it. How far will each side go to prove they're right?
Like it's just one bombshell after another, where you're like, what?
The story of a PlayStation, a brain-eating amoeba, and the relentless pursuit of justice. Off Duty, out now. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, this is Hannah Berner from Giggly Squad. Have you ever put on a bra that makes you feel like a goddess? Prepare to be obsessed with the Dream Angels Wicked Bra from Victoria's Secret, the iconic brand behind the world's most comfortable bras. And I only wear the most comfortable bras. The bestseller features an innovative sling for perfect lift without padding, and the fit is chef's kiss. Awaken your inner goddess with new colors and super femme lace embroidery. Find out why this bra has thousands of 5-star reviews and counting. Shop it in stores and online at victoriasecret.com.
Howdy, howdy, ho, and welcome to Fantasy Fan Fellas. I'm Hayden, producer of the Fantasy Fangirls podcast and your resident lover of all things Sanderson.
And I'm Steven, your bookish internet goofball, but you can call me the Smash Daddy.
And we are currently deep diving Brandon Sanderson's fantasy epic, Mistborn. But here's the catch. Steven here has not read Mistborn before.
That's right, hey. So each week, you'll get my unfiltered, raw reactions to every single chapter.
And along the way, we'll do character deep dives, magic explainers, and Steven will even try to guess what's next. Spoiler alert, he'll be wrong.
Newsflash, I'm never wrong. Episodes come out every Wednesday, and you can find Fantasy Fan Fellas wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Psych Legal Pop Podcast. This is a podcast where we talk about popular culture through the lens of an attorney and a therapist. I'm Brooke Brigham, and I'm the attorney.
And I'm Tess Brigham. I'm the therapist.
And today we are continuing our coverage of Love is Blind, Season 10. This is episodes 10 and 11. Coming down to the wire here. And we get half of one wedding in episode 11. So, but we start out back where we left off at the mixer.
Can I just say one thing about this?
Yes.
At the beginning of this episode, I was thinking to myself, not at the mixer, but after the mixer, I was like, maybe Bree and Connor will make it. I'm such an idiot. I don't know what is wrong with me. I'm like, well, maybe it will work. Maybe it will. And then I was like, oh, wait a second. Because even that conversation they were having, it was like, oh, wait, no, we're all leading to a breakup here. And we'll get to that. But I just, every time I get my hopes up and then it's crushed.
Yeah, I feel like the seeds of the breakup they were probably sown. I think Bree has had doubts for a while, but I feel like her conversation with Chris at the mixer kind of, cemented it. Because
you think he convinced her of something?
I've not convinced her, but just made her realize, like, okay, so here's the thing. Chris is totally trying to flex and be all, whatever with Bree, talking about how Connor's too passive. He's submissive.
He's going to take her to the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
That's the biggest flex there is, people.
Right. You
Four
need a guy
Seasons.
who will take you to the Four Seasons, bring you roses. I mean, if not, that's so cliche, number one. The last week, I think he was talking about the Schwab account, the Charles Schwab account.
The Schwab account.
My daughter has a Charles Schwab account, and she's 22. Anyone can go to Charles Schwab and open up an account.
I was going to say, all you need is a certain limit, like a couple $100, and they'll open you up.
It started with $100.
Yeah, okay.
Roth IRA.
Yeah, anybody can.
Yes, exactly. Okay. But anyway, Chris is a douche, but she was really leaning into what he was saying, because she stayed there and listened to him. I kept thinking, Bree, why are you still there? Walk away. Why are you entertaining him and his nonsense? But, he struck a chord with her about how, Connor is not alpha enough for her. And she then, later proceeds to lay that all out for him. But
Mhm.
I really think that that's what got her thinking, like, is this guy, and like, I don't know. I really do think that she wants someone like Chris, but Chris is not a real baller, but someone who, Chris has a lot of confidence and he can say all this kind of stuff. But she wants someone who makes more money than her. She wants someone who will be more aggressive with her, order for her, whatever. I mean, she just.
But yeah, well, I don't know if we want to get into this now, but like, she's really contradicting herself the whole time. Like she's basically speaking out loud about how I've had that in the past that hasn't been good. This hasn't worked. And here I have something that's very different that actually is good, but
she's not attracted to it.
She's not attracted to it.
She said, I want someone who will out alpha me. I mean, it can't get any clearer than that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
But she also wants them to not be a dick, which I don't know.
Yeah, and that's both. Yeah, and that's the problem. That's I say this to my clients all the time. If you want that alpha male 6'5" finance, if you want that, then yeah, he isn't. But he isn't also going to go, oh, you work late, I'll take care of the kids. The two things aren't together. So, and I'm sorry, but in marriages, for them to work, someone's always got to take a back seat. So if you're both alphas, you have to be, you can both be alphas, but alphas that know to take a back seat. That's the problem
but she listened to him. She's,
yeah, she did
listening to him, but he's just gross. He's talking about how, like they could basically be fuck buddies. He lives right down the street from her.
Yeah. Well, he's like, yeah, I'll take you to Four Seasons. That's luxurious for normal people. But for me, it's nothing. He was like friends with loser dudes that are you need to be with someone who's directionally driven. Okay.
Yeah. And remember in the pods when he was always saying stuff about how I want to take you to places you've never been. I want to basically level you up. I want to show you things and make you better, and all that crap that he was saying. She fell for it, but not with him. Like she doesn't want to be with him because he's 5'6" and he's Chris, but she wants all that stuff that Chris is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So
she's stuck in the fantasy. She's stuck in the, I'm going to meet a man who is beautiful and alpha and male and all this, but also sensitive. And, she's looking for something that does not exist.
Right.
And I'm not saying that people can't be complex. I'm just saying that you're looking for a personality that is Hollywood personality. It's made up.
Right. And Chris also said something that struck a nerve with her too, is he made it sound like Connor didn't really choose her, because he was talking about when he went back to the pods and he said he was going to pick Jess and break up with Emma. And then Connor was like, oh, okay, well then I guess I'm going to break up with whoever the other person was. He was
going to break up with Emma to be all in with Bree. So I think that Chris went back and told Connor, I'm all in with Jess. She's my number one. Mm-hmm. And so Connor said, okay, I'm going to make Bree my number one, knowing that I think apparently.
Because they were competing for her, I guess. Yeah. So now she's thinking, oh, well, I was just his default.
Mm-hmm.
Because Chris went with somebody else. So she's got all this stuff swirling around in her head. And maybe she already did, but she's really now really thinking about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But Chris. And he does ask her at one point, are you attracted to me? And she doesn't answer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's like, why aren't you writing me back? Why aren't you DMing me back? It's like, because I'm engaged.
Yeah. She's like, I'm in a relationship.
That's why. So that was the first part of the group event.
Well, yeah. Well, then Chris has to move on. He said what he's going to say to Bree. Now he's moving on to Jess.
That's right.
And he has one last, I guess this is one last shot with Jess. And she sits down with him and, because Bree kind of shut him down. So he tries to keep Jess around, I guess, as a backup, tries to compliment her appearance after he had already told her that he was not attracted to her.
Mm-hmm.
And, he starts talking and she just shuts him down. She's like, no, like,
Mm-hmm.
we're done. And, he had his chance with her, but he couldn't handle, again, this is like we got the flip side of the Bree situation. And he couldn't handle the fact that she was more successful than him, that she was better looking than him,
Mm-hmm.
just on all fronts,
Mm-hmm.
Financially better off. And he just kind of lost it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he doesn't like himself. So if he does not earn more money, have a better house, have a better living situation, is a quote unquote better person, then he doesn't know what to do with himself. He's like, oh crap, I've got to show her the real me, and the real me is awful. Or I hate the real me, or there's no substance there. And she's going to find out. So.
Yeah. Well, we've heard his phone messages.
Oh God.
His phone calls to his ex-girlfriend. I mean, he's just like going off on her, yelling at her. It's terrible.
But he made one of those sentences that is like a very typical F-boy thing, which is, I know you hate me. It's like, Chris, she doesn't care enough about you to hate you. That takes a lot of energy. Mm-hmm. Like she just gray rocked him hardcore. She was just like, I don't have time for this. And she has. I think that the minute she had a chance to get away from him, that she was really like, oh God, I can, because I think there's a haze that they all get into of excitement, and you're in this and you're all living together and all this stuff. I think that's all it took her, was one night home. And she was like, oh God, no.
Well, yeah. And as soon as they got back to Ohio, he like took off for a couple days. I don't know what he was doing, but yeah. Well, hopefully we've seen the last of Chris.
Yeah, I think so.
After this mixer.
I think so. But then I was wondering, like, after Bree and Connor broke up, spoiler alert, I thought like, oh God, is Chris going to come back around?
Oh God, I hope he doesn't. I mean, we still have one more episode.
Well, and there's a point at which in between him, his conversation with Bree before he talks to Jessica, he's like hugging Connor. He's like hugging him. Hey man, what's up? Great to see you. I mean, this is how awful he is. He's like insulting him.
And then later that night, he's DMing Bree.
Mm-hmm.
He's asking her if she's staying at, wherever. I think he was asking her if she was staying at the compound where all the couples are staying.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's trying to hook up with her.
Yeah. Yeah. So you think then he's going down his list? Like, who was my number 3 in the pods?
Yeah.
Who was my number 4? Yeah.
Asking the producers, do you have her number?
The girl that left on day 3. What happened to her?
Yeah, she liked me.
And then, so there was 2 other kind of big things that happened. There was the Jordan and Amber stuff, and then there was the Alex and Ashley stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you want to go first?
Well, let's talk about Alex and Ashley, I guess.
Okay. Because this starts off with, I think it was Ashley and Priyanka sitting down with Alex. And they just start talking about, how did all this get started? It was about like where they're going to live in Chicago and how they know each other and why he was in Chicago.
Well, yeah. So they know each other from Chicago, but then they also know each other from Austin because one time, so Alex was down in Austin. This is the travel nurse I keep talking about, ex-girlfriend who was staying in Austin because I think she was on an assignment there working. And so he was probably just crashing at her house. I don't think he ever lived there, but Ashley has now become obsessed with timelines because she's so, ever since that dinner with her dad, where this all started with the timelines, she's just obsessed with it. And so she's like, well, wait a minute. How long were you in Austin? And I thought that you weren't really living in Austin. And I don't know. She's had a million questions, and he is just sick of this. He's defensive.
Yes.
Pissed off.
I think both of them, there's issues on both sides, which is, I'm with you that Ashley is being too obsessive with the timelines. I mean, it's again, I think she doesn't trust him, and that's the problem. You don't trust him, and there's a part of you that doesn't trust him. And the thing with Alex is that I understand his frustration, but the way in which he was communicating with her, he was doing all of that classic narcissistic, like defending himself, attacking. Now it's 2-on-1. Not like she's asking direct questions. He's not answering. He's like, well, like throwing it back. Well, do you know where you were on a Tuesday in May? Like the way he's like if you are a genuine person and this person's just asking you, you would be a little bit like, I know this is confusing. I know. And sometimes I think I've told you things that aren't right because I'm just remembering everything now. Let's just sit down when we get home. I'll take it month by month and we'll look at it together. Like, even if you think that's ridiculous.
Why does it matter to her?
But it shouldn't. But what I'm saying to you, it shouldn't. But neither of them, neither of them are in the right headspace right now. I mean, like, she doesn't trust him because she had this very toxic relationship before, and she's now seeing him. So you obviously don't trust him enough. And I think he is, a little shady and narcissistic and a little bit of these other things. And that's why he can't communicate with her. They're both wrong.
Yeah, I think she doesn't understand the life. The life that he's been leading is so different from her life. She just can't understand it. She can't get past it. You know, and he doesn't remember all this stuff because he is moving around all the time, and he's not obsessing over it and thinking about it. He just kind of goes where he goes, that's his life.
And I think the other one too, that she's not saying is, I think that he's dating someone, they break up. Okay. A week later, he's like Chris, he's calling the next woman, he's going on to the next thing. And I think that bothers her. Like, I think she has some judgment around that of like, are you in a relationship? Were you in a relationship? Like, she is trying to hunt for the cheating. She is trying to find something that may be there or not. We don't know. Could be or could not be. But you're not going about this the best way, Ashley. But he's not the way he's responding tells you a lot as well.
Yeah. I don't know. We talked about this, I think, on our Patreon. I now have a little bit of a soft spot for Alex because I listened to his podcast with his mother, and he has a lot of trauma from childhood.
Yes.
And he had a really rough childhood, and he's kind of messed up over it, and his mom didn't handle a lot of things very well. And he has had a very unstable life. And, these two could not be more opposite. I hope to God, I don't think they're going to get married, but they shouldn't be married. She kind of was not really truthful. I don't know if that's the right word, but so when they're dating in the pods and he's telling her, I have this nomadic lifestyle and you have to be okay with that. And she's like, oh yeah, okay, sure. It's like, hello, no, you are in no way okay. You've lived in the same place, you're the same state your whole life. Your family's here. You are not willing to be a nomad.
Yeah, again, that's the problem with these pods. The pods are almost like drunk 2 a.m. plans. Do you know what I mean? Like, dude, tomorrow we're all going to get up and we're going to go to the gym, or dude, we're going to get up and we're going to go fly fishing and blah, 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 blah. And then the alarm starts going at 6 and everyone hits the alarm. I mean, there is I understand Ashley's position for it, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, she did not at all stop and think, like, what am I truly agreeing to? And
he was honest. He was honest with her.
He was honest about that. I have seen some things where people some coworkers of his have come out of the woodwork and said, yeah, I worked with him at a job. It wasn't really finance. It was like a very entry level sales job. I mean, again, I do think that Alex has had a troubled life. I think he's been searching for something to make himself feel special. I think he thought it was soccer. And I think he's been searching for that since that time. And I think now traveling makes him special. And I think he also has to seem like Jerome Powell. He's watching webinars with Jerome Powell that he's this big day trader. And I don't think he's being completely honest about everything. Again, do I think he's flat out lying? No. But I do think that he is smoothing the edges of a lot of stuff. And I think that's what Ashley feels. And it's like, okay, Ashley, if you feel that, then feel that and say that. Stop badgering him, because that isn't going to work. That isn't helping.
Right. No, because he's shutting down. Like every time she starts in with, well, where were you? And I thought you went here. And I thought you flew to the show, like from this place. And it's like, oh my God, Ashley, you didn't even know him when all this stuff was happening. Who cares? Like,
yeah.
Anyway, so they get into it and at one point, Alex is kind of like says, to Priyanka, why are you even here? Because she's, getting into it too. So she gets up and leaves.
She's like, you don't talk to me like that. Priyanka was like, forget you. No wonder Priyanka left. She was just like, the show. Like, no wonder she didn't find anyone. She's the only one that's like, you cannot speak to me like that. I'm leaving, Like, good for you, Priyanka.
Yeah. So, okay. So the other thing that happened at the mixer was that Jordan was talking to some of the guys, and he was saying that he was going to meet Emma, Amber's daughter, on Sunday or Saturday coming up. And he said he was nervous about it, which, normal. Totally normal.
That was a normal thing to say.
Well, Amber is like, a few feet away, and she overhears this, and she's had a little too much.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think she's had one too many.
Yeah. So she goes up to him and she's like, well, something like, if you want this to be over, just say you don't want this, just say it, or something like
if you want to bail, just say it, do it.
Just say it. And he's just like, what? No, I'm just nervous and I want everything to go, this poor guy, and they show them later back at their apartment, and she just ices him out. She just gets in bed. She won't talk to him. And then they show him out in the kitchen eating a pizza, eating his feelings once again. Like, he just ordered that pizza. It was a full
yes, it was a full pizza. It really was. It was.
Like, she got into bed and he's calling up Domino's.
Well, as we learn later on, I guess the pizza is his emotional support snack or something, because there's talk of like her asking him if he wants to order pizza. I'm like, I don't think you ever need to ask Jordan if she should.
No, just go ahead and
just
order
do
it.
I think he's all for it. I thought this was really, Amber, who's been pretty steady this whole time. And I was like, is this alcohol? What is going on? So this was very odd, but this was the thing that I saw on the previews, this little moment, and they made it seem much worse in the preview. So I was happy to see. So maybe these two will make it. I don't know.
Well, the rumor is, I've heard more than one person online speculate about this, is that they do go through with the wedding, but then by the time the reunion is filmed, they're not together anymore. But has the reunion even been filmed?
It was just filmed recently.
Just filmed. Okay.
So they do it 2 or 3 weeks ahead of time because they found out, remember the live one? That didn't work.
Oh gosh, no.
That was like a whole thing.
That was a disaster. But also, I was trying to also figure out the timeline of when he's meeting Emma, because they're all talking about the weddings are literally, they've already gone and gotten the tuxes and the dresses. This is this final, is it?
Yes. No, I have the exact same thought, which is that
he's meeting her like the day before the wedding.
Yes. Why are we waiting? My thought was, why, the minute you get home, you would start doing this. And I understand, I heard like the father of Emma had wanted to meet Jordan. I get that. Okay. You want to do
that on day one. When you
yes,
get
that should be day one, day two. And then day 3 or 4 should be Emma. Like that's the part I don't understand. Why? But it's this weird thing where I don't know if it's the producers. I don't know if it's Amber. And I don't know if it's Amber in this place of like, well, I still don't know. So maybe let's see. It's almost like this wait and see. Oh shit, we are getting married. Well, he better meet Emma, but it is, I'm with you. Why the day before? And then if Emma says, I hate him, then what?
Right. Because don't they show a preview of Emma? You don't see her like her face, but like it looks like a little girl. It looks like, because we've seen pictures of Emma now. We know what she looks like.
Oh, I haven't seen her, but
I don't know if they showed it on the show or maybe it was online. I don't know. But you see this little girl like at the wedding dressed in her, nice little dress, and she's crying. So, I mean, it could be a happy cry. It could be not happy. I don't know.
Yeah. But it is bizarre.
Yeah, they should have started this. But yeah, you're right. If you're not really sure, then you don't want to introduce. But if you're going to get married, I think Emma needs more than one day's notice.
Yeah.
Here's your new stepdad.
Yeah. 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 So it's very strange. The whole thing is very strange.
It's very uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So should we go to the couples?
Sure.
Okay.
So
should we start with Vic and Christine? Because there's nothing really to say.
Yeah. Once again. Well, should we talk about do you want to talk about the wedding dresses and all that? Nothing really.
I took some notes of that. I guess we could.
The guys, nothing happens with them. They have some friends who come and they're broing out and they're trying stuff on, and there's really nothing.
Everyone, the big subject is what a douche Chris is.
Yeah. They're still talking about.
Yeah. And then they all just kind of try on these dresses. Some good, some better. I mean, I always find it interesting to see with wedding gowns, like you see these trends that happen, right? The new trend now is that base tan and then that overlay of the sparkly lace.
Oh, kind of like Emma's.
Yeah. Like there's definitely this look now of like, this is a new trend. The ones with the deep boning and other things. The one that I was just like, the whole thing is Brittany. And the fact that she had her own wedding dress.
She already has a dress. Yeah, which is weird. Because it's it looks like she bought it 10 years ago, which,
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty, but I mean, I don't know.
It's not like cutting edge, like, it looks dated. I think.
Oh God, how many years ago did she buy it?
Yeah, I have a feeling she's had it for a while. And yeah, again, kind of strange, but I really liked Christine's dress. Was pretty. She had that big like slit up the leg, kind of like AD had. Remember that dress?
Yeah. And she's got the legs for it.
She looks really good. I mean, they all look beautiful. But then the dress that Bree put on
was a little casual.
It was a little casual, and it almost it kind of looked like a mother of the bride dress. It didn't look like a wedding dress. It was with the high neck and the
I mean, everyone's like, "Oh, this is so you. This is so you," and I'm like, "Yeah, I can see how it is." The
top part,
but yeah,
doesn't matter.
And then but do you know what's interesting is Alex, they talked to Alex, are you nervous? And he's like, no, not really. This is normal for me. Because, he's used to being under pressure. I'm like, okay.
Well, this is a little bit different than a big game.
Yeah. And that's part of the problem. Yeah.
Okay. So, so that was kind of that. We did hear from Brittany's mom for the first time. She was
she talked
outspoken with the, how, the dreams coming true and about the dress and the manifesting and and it's like, okay. We shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. I mean, it's just, it's sad. It's sad.
It is
because it's
sad.
like she wants to, and the mom is co-signing the sadness.
Mhm.
Do you know? The mom is, again, it's just you bought something. It would be one thing if it's like, I don't know, you buy this dress and you're going to marry yourself. Like that's an intentional choice. You're basically buying a dress, waiting for someone to just come along.
Right.
And that's how you got the Care Bear. What do they call him? Care Bear?
Yes. Care Bear, Gummy Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These two. Anyway.
Well,
so that's that.
I don't think, I was just going to say, I don't think Brittany's telling her parents, all of this. I think she's presenting a rosy picture. She's not telling them the truth about what's happening. But
yes.
Anyway.
So Vic and Christine, these two can't fight about a damn thing. They're picking out flowers and they're like, do you think it should be like this? Yeah, I do. Oh, I like that. Okay, great. Yeah. Well, maybe we should more. Okay, I want to add more of that. Okay, well, why don't you do? I'm like, I just wrote, I love these two. Like what?
She says she loves how Vic snacks on cashews.
Oh, I'd watch Vic eat cashews too, quite frankly. I mean,
yeah.
He's a cutie McCuterson.
Okay, I know they're boring. However, I don't know why the producers aren't leaning more into them, because they are the only couple who's proving that the experiment can work.
Mm-hmm.
That's the premise of this show.
Mm-hmm.
And so they should be celebrating them. Like, look, this works. Like, they're the only people there who are there for the right reasons and, found each other and it's all working out. They should be proud of that. But instead, it's like, no, they're downplaying them, downgrading them, and every,
Well, but are they? I mean, I know they don't get as much screen time. I think that's the problem, right? Which is, I think they did. Again, we talked about this before, right? Why they went to Malibu and what was the reasoning behind that. And I think they were a good example of the experiment works, and that's why they kept them around. I think the problem is they're so goddamn boring because, again, they're so normal, and that's boring. People that can get along and don't fight and like each other and all this other kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, that's super boring to watch.
Yeah, I know. This show has just become, it's just hard to reconcile, like, they cast people who are terrible, especially the men, and what do they think is going to happen? It's like they're working against themselves. They're saying that they're doing a show about trying to do an experiment to see if love is really blind, yet they're putting up so many impediments to that, and then focusing on the worst of the worst. They give more screen time to, Chris, who's not even getting married, than they've given to Vic and Christine.
Yeah, but if the show was all Vic and Christine's, would we even be covering it?
Probably not.
Yeah. So the producers know what they're doing. They're in this weird predicament, right? Which is, are a lot of these people too young to be thinking about marriage and this quickly to marriage? Yes. But are they, could they find people that are more serious? Yeah, but those people are older and uggos. They're not attractive people. So it's not going to, that's not what people want to watch on TV. So, again, I think they're in a tough spot because, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
I think that Vic and Christine she could have been one of his, she could work at the university too. And they start having conversations. I think these two could have met in a different way and met,
right.
I just think that this just worked out this way.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Well, all right, that's them. Yeah. They get a couple's massage later, but never get massaged because they're just telling each other how much they love each other.
Yeah. They don't have time for massage.
And they don't even talk about the other couples. Do you notice? Like they never even talk.
I don't think they know them very well because they didn't go with them to Mexico. Yeah. They only dated each other, I believe, in the pods. So they barely know them.
Yeah. All right. Who's next?
Okay. So, going back to Amber and Jordan.
Okay. So, you want to go back to them? Let's go back to them.
So the next day, after Amber shuts down, I don't know if he comes back the next, I don't know. They have a talk And now he's saying he was so nervous about this talk all day that he couldn't eat. He didn't eat all day. They say he just loved to focus on his eating. And I don't know. Yeah, they smooth things over, and and that's when I started thinking, why are we just doing this now? Why haven't you met a lot sooner? And then they end up going on this date. All the couples go do something. They go. Amber says this is Emma's favorite place, and it's some kind of awful modern equivalent of a neon Chuck E. Cheese or something.
Kind of, yeah.
What is that?
It's like one of those. I'm sure I remember taking Layla and Max to those kinds of places, like the Exploratorium and those kinds of places.
This is not the Exploratorium. This is that's educational. This is just like a bunch of neon lights and like
trippy rooms.
Trippy rooms. You play shoot some baskets, or I don't know. It looked awful to me. Like I would not want to spend any time in there. But
it's not designed for you, bro.
I know, but this is their last date, before the wedding. Like,
Psych Legal Pop. We'll be back after these messages.
Chicago, 2011. A cop is murdered. Police and prosecutors swear they have the trigger man. He swears he didn't do it. How far will each side go to prove they're right?
Like it's just one bombshell after another, where you're like, what?
The story of a PlayStation, a brain-eating amoeba, and the relentless pursuit of justice. Off Duty, out now. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, this is Hannah Berner from Giggly Squad. Have you ever put on a bra that makes you feel like a goddess? Prepare to be obsessed with the Dream Angel's Wicked Bra from Victoria's Secret, the iconic brand behind the world's most comfortable bras. And I only wear the most comfortable bras. The bestseller features an innovative sling for perfect lift without padding, and the fit is chef's kiss. Awaken your inner goddess with new colors and super femme lace embroidery. Find out why this bra has thousands of 5-star reviews and counting. Shop it in stores and online at victoriassecret.com.
Some of these other couples got to go to these cute, cozy cabins in the woods. With fireplaces and hot tubs. And they had to go to this dumb place.
I know. And again, you're thinking, why don't you bring Emma here? Like, wouldn't this be a
great time to meet Emma?
Good time to meet her?
Bring her in.
And that's the thing. Well, they talk about the end of the fight. They do kind of make up. And basically, Amber admits that, because again, I think that her biggest fear is that Jordan's not going to want Emma. Or isn't, that it's going to be too much for him. That's her biggest fear. It's, so she runs off, she gets mad at him and she comes back and says, yeah, that was my biggest fear. And Jordan's like, okay, well, I thought we were being honest with each other. She's like, I thought we were being honest with each other. Why didn't you say anything before? And it's a little bit like, why you guys are having these conversations really late? Do you know what I mean? It's because you didn't meet her earlier. Now you're having all these kind of vital conversations way too close to the wedding.
Right.
Anyway.
Well, I saw some stuff online about how, people have been kind of questioning Amber's age.
Oh, I feel bad about that. But maybe are they right or wrong? Or
well, she actually posted a picture of her driver's license to prove her age. But I was looking at I don't know if it was her Instagram or there was some pictures of her. I do feel like she's just done too many fillers and procedures and stuff on her face, because pictures of her from, when her daughter was younger, and she looked very different. And so whatever she's done, it just has kind of aged her. And I think the hair too. Yeah, her hair used to look different. Now she's got this kind of hair, the color and the texture, it just looks older.
It looks older. Like, that's what I was going to say. Her hair is styled like an old school 50s bouffant, kind of big 80s look. It's that. I didn't know she had stuff in her face, but I guess that makes sense because
I don't know for sure either. But
her reactions are so odd and so controlled. So I can see that. And also the way she dresses.
Yeah.
She does not dress, she dresses how a 50-year-old thinks a 30-year-old would be dressing, So it is weird. I'm with her. I'm with people on this one. But I think she is her age. I mean, why lie?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you have to show some ID.
Yeah.
To get on the show. But yeah, anyway, so that's them, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess. Well, but then Amber does say, well, I'm struggling to trust men. I'm like, well, that's a kind of a big thing, Amber, isn't it? And so now here we are days away from the wedding and he says one thing and that's all it takes for you.
Yeah, she
that's
must have
concerning
really,
too.
Yeah, she must have really been with some real winners in the past because she's not healed.
No, she is
Maybe
not
she
healed.
shouldn't be
And that's the
getting
other thing
married
too
right
with Ashley. She's not healed either. That's why Ashley's grilling Alex. Alex is not healed. So, all right. Who are we going to now? Should we go to Brittany and Devontae?
Okay. I have a lot to say about these two.
Okay. So I guess I didn't realize this, that Brittany does lashes. That's her job. Like she,
No.
Oh, it
She's
isn't.
a labor and delivery nurse.
Okay. So she's labor delivery nurse and then she does lashes on the side.
This is her side hustle.
Her side hustle. Got it. Okay. But Brittany, the whole thing, like all the things that she talks about, she's like, I just can't wait till I, have a home and we're in this home together. And I'm excited for the moment that he walks in and says, hi, honey, I'm home. I'm like, oh no, Brittany, you're really focusing on the wrong things. This man doesn't even want to fuck you. Like, I'm sorry to be so graphic, but like, honey, hi, I'm honey, I'm home.
Yeah.
You are, oh no.
No one's ever going to say that. Yeah, this isn't the 1950s.
But what does that mean? Do you know what I mean? It's like, well, what does that mean? Like what she's really saying is, I want safety, security. I want to know someone's going to come home to me. I want, and she's attributing happiness, safety, security, all of those things. Like if I had someone who said, hi, honey, I'm home every day, that would make me feel more secure, or this or happy or whatever. And it's like, no, not gonna. You got to find that within yourself, Brittany. You do.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So after she shows him the lash lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Then is this where they have this the conversation about
money?
Money.
Yeah. Did you hear her mortgage is $1,200 a month?
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, $1,200 a month. That looked like a big place.
Yeah,
Where is she? Is she in Columbus or outside of Columbus?
I have no idea.
See, that
means her house is like 200,000 or less.
Mm-hmm. See, that's one of the things about California that's rough is that there should be homes that are 200,000, 300,000, but there aren't, because that's pretty much.
But they're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know. It's just the way everything's so complicated.
Well,
anyway.
I also, the way Devontae was talking, I don't really understand these numbers. I don't even understand what he does.
He's in sales. He's an account manager sales.
Okay.
Account sales.
So he's talking about when he lived in Charlotte, North Carolina, his mortgage was $5,200 a month. Okay. And that he can make $12,000 one month and $40,000 the next. And it's like, really? What are you doing? What are you selling? Like, I felt like that was a lot of puffery,
Yeah. Or maybe the thing that he's selling is kind of pricey. And so it's one of those things where maybe you have a really good month where you make a couple sales and that's
maybe
40.
Some months you make nothing.
And some months you make no sales and other months you make one sale or whatever it is. But yeah. I mean, salespeople will tell you, and I work for myself. So yeah, it goes up and down, but it's never so insane that you can't predict it.
Yeah.
So,
well, yeah. And he's saying basically that, he's a saver and she's a spender.
Oh, yes.
Admittedly. And he's worried about, he doesn't want her, if she runs out of money, she doesn't want her coming taking his money. So he's already separated. And this is before the conversation about the prenup.
Yeah.
He's laying the groundwork here, saying that he does not want to share his money with her, basically. And then later, when they do go to that little romantic cabin.
Oh, yeah. In the hot tub together.
Yeah. They come inside and they start talking. And maybe this is where they talk about the money. I don't know.
No, they talked about the money at her house after they visit the Lash thing and do all that.
Okay.
They talk about the money and he brings up the prenup. Then the cabin is the
I thought he
other
brought
scene.
up the prenup at the cabin.
No, they talk more about it, but I feel like he said prenup at home when they were sitting on that couch together.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, he wants a prenup.
Yes.
And she's extremely hurt by this. And also, yeah, you're bringing this up like 2 days before the wedding. You can't get a prenup. This shows you that he has no intentions of going through with it, because you can't get a prenup 2 days before the wedding. It wouldn't hold up. But it doesn't matter because he's not getting one because he's not getting married.
Yeah.
So he's going to break it off before the wedding.
Oh, you think she's not even going to be able to wear that dress?
No.
Because this one was like, you're just looking at Brittany going, she is she is so determined for this fairy tale to work out that she is like not at all thinking about some of the things that he's saying. Like, you know, her saying to him, "Oh, are you worried that we won't get married?" Like she hadn't even thought that was an option. Like, she was so determined. So she, like, the idea of him saying no after everything that you've been through, why would you think that he would say yes? And then he tells her, okay, a day before the wedding, I'm going to be completely unreachable, you know, and then I'll
go off the grid.
He's going to go off the grid, and then he will decide if he wants to get married. Are you, you know, and she's like, wait a second, you know, are you not certain? Are you certain? Or, you know, I was like, yeah, he's telling you, I'm going to disappear.
He said he was 98% certain, which is a strange thing to say.
Because he has to. You know, he wants to stay in the hot tub with her. Like, he knows that if he said to her, I'm 50-50, or I'll be honest with you, the chances are very slim. He knows he can't do that. So he has to say 98%. Like, he has to say that to show, but he's holding that 2%. He's going to hold that tight. And that's going to be the prenup and, you know, the wherever else he decides to put in there.
Yeah, no, they're not going.
It's never happening.
It's never going to happen. He's going to go off the grid. And I don't even know if he's going to tell her himself. I think he might just have a producer tell her.
Probably.
Like, I thought about it for a day and not going to do it.
Yeah. Well, I think that she's also, and then it was in this conversation that she realizes, like, oh, he's been taking this day by day. Like, she's all in and he's like day by day. The other thing is he confronts her. He says, someone told him at the dress fitting that Brittany was speaking negatively about him. And that I thought was kind of interesting too, where it's like, he's mad at her for maybe saying to the women, oh, you know, Devante isn't very affectionate, or Devante doesn't, you know, compliment me or whatever. And he's pissed. He's pissed that she's apparently making him look bad. Because again, I think that he really, the 98%, like, he needs to look good. He can't look like a douche. This is why he keeps sticking with all this crapola. Like, he should have been out a long time ago. If he was really being honest with her, he would have left in Mexico.
Yeah. Well, apparently some ex-girlfriends have come out of the woodwork of Devante's.
Oh, and what's the word?
I don't know. You know what? I just saw a glimpse of it and I was going to go back and look. I'll have to go back and look at Story Time with Ricky and report back next week. But yeah, he's, you know, he's not a great guy.
No. But then they're like, they don't know how to fix this. So they're like, well, let's pray.
Let's pray about it.
Let's pray about it. And that kind of shuts everybody up. So
well, did you see the video that came out that Brittany and her dad did during COVID?
Didn't we talk about this last time?
Well, Somebody brought it up. Who we were talking to somebody. Someone was
when we're
asking
on
us about it.
Jody and Amanda
Yeah.
brought it up. That's it.
Yeah. So I saw it, and
So what was it again?
So her dad is playing the piano and singing this song about Kung Flu.
Oh.
So remember when people were saying that?
Yeah.
And she's in the video. She kind of pops in and out and, sings a little part of it. Yeah, they're both singing about Kung Flu, about how we can't go anywhere. There's nothing to do because of the Kung Flu. And he's saying it in a, Asian accent. It's very racist.
Yeah. And again, why? And you're broadcasting this? Like, what do people think?
I don't know.
I feel like we've had we've now had social media long enough to know. Like anybody that made a mistake in 2008, 2009, 2010, okay, but now we know. So if you upload that, you're
But that tells you that they didn't think anything was wrong with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because, why, if there's nothing wrong with it, why not upload it? So that's where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Then,
all right.
Yeah. So Brittany, Miss Godly Brittany, is praying for.
Yes. Okay. You want to do Ashley and Alex?
Okay.
Now, one thing I've seen a lot of people making jokes about Alex's hair. And it is looking odd. There's something happening here where...
Like he's trying to cover up something.
Like it feels like a bald spot at the base of his head, or maybe that he's got a receding hairline, maybe because he's got kind of a swirl happening like on one side and then a patch of hair. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, we see them after they go back home and, Ashley apologizes. Like, I wasn't trying to attack you. I'm just trying to understand what this relationship is with this other woman. That's Ashley's fear. It's, I don't think it's so much about the timeline. I think she wants to know, are you going to cheat on me? Is there some woman in waiting in the wings? And if I left tomorrow, would you just run off and be with her or whatever that is? And their solution to it all is, let's order some McNuggets.
Well, McDonald's really can help a lot.
It can solve a lot. Ooh. Now it is officially, as we record this March, Shamrock Shake. And now they have a Shamrock Oreo Shake.
Well, a few years ago, I tried the Shamrock Shake after not having it for, several decades, and it wasn't good.
No, I know. Steve gets one every year.
Tasting. Yeah.
He'll go and get a small one every year, and every year it's the same thing. Yeah. Like you have a few sips.
It to be good.
And you're like, oh, this is gross.
Yeah. You desperately want it to be good. Like you remembered it as a child, and it's just not.
Well, now Steve's like, I think the Oreo is going to be good. He's determined to go get that Oreo to find out it's probably even grosser.
Yeah.
But a lot can be solved with some McDonald's French fries. I will say that much.
Yeah. I thought that was, I don't know. I thought that was kind of hot that he just knew her McDonald's order and just got on the phone. He's like, large Coke, large fry. How many McNuggets?
Yeah. Bree would like this. He's ordering for you.
There you go. See, that's what
she wants.
A guy who will just knows your order or just make that order for you. You don't even have to think about it.
Yeah. Which I can understand. See, but there is a difference between a man knowing like these are the things that she likes. So if I can't get in touch with her, I'll order her this versus the lady will have the sea bass, right? There's a difference. And so that's the thing that Bree doesn't understand that, but okay. So then I guess, what was their last date? Was their last date going to play soccer together?
Well, no, I think after the soccer, then they
go to the cabin. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have this scene where they're just playing soccer and it's like, okay, I'm bored. So yeah.
They're at the cabin and he just seems really checked out. They're just going through the motions here. I don't even think he wants to get married.
No, no. I don't think he wants to get married at all because he takes her to this remote remote cabin, and he definitely has like the most romantic kind of right, like, ooh, it's a fire, and it's like I've got a charcuterie board and wine and champagne and this blanket, and let's lie by the fire together, and do have this romantic scene. And is she the one asking questions about like, what do you think we'll do for our first Thanksgiving together? And he is like, you do not, like, again, Ashley, this is not the nomadic lifestyle. Like, you want to know, I don't know when this is. I think it's mid-year, right? Summertime or something. You want to know what you're going to be doing 6 months from now. That's part of the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Is this where he says he sees he might have said this to the camera. He sees himself married with kids in 5 years.
Yeah. Whether
or not it's with Ashley.
But he doesn't say whether or not. He says, wait, oh, no. Sorry. He says this no, I have this whole thing written down because he says this at the group event the day before the wedding at the bachelor parties. He says, 5 years from now, I see myself living in Florida in a phenomenal house.
Right.
Potential trust in Dubai and a safe house in Queenstown, New Zealand. I see myself very happy with a wife and kids.
Well, what is a safe house?
I don't know either. I don't know. And trust, like a bunch of money that's in Dubai?
Trust in Dubai. I don't know what that means either. No clue.
So that's what he says. This is what he's saying on the Bachelor nights. These are these other ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's very, like, she's asking him all these questions and he's just kind of like, oh God, she's asking a lot of questions, and it's so painful to watch because you get the sense that Ashley's trying to draw him in, trying to connect with him, trying to understand him. And, he kind of is this whole thing of like, he is like the classic emotionally distant guy who will have one foot in and one foot out. And I think these are the worst kinds of guys because they're the ones that are like, I can't make a decision about you, or I can't decide, or I want this, but I don't want this. And again, I feel like he's really setting, it's just this feeling of him. I feel like he's there going, exactly how am I going to say no to her? Yeah. Right. Like he keeps setting up excuses for it. She'll say, are you going to say yes to me? And he's going to, the way he responds to everything, it's just.
He doesn't want to be with her. And she's doesn't really want to be with him either. No. And so I don't know why she's trying so hard. They should just call it, call it off now at this point. There's no point. And, but again, he was very honest and upfront about who he was and what he wanted. And she, I don't know what she was thinking.
Well, but
she didn't
again,
want that.
Yeah. And again, I think it's one of those things where I can see how she said yes to that. So, but now the problem now is she needs to, neither one of them is being honest with themselves. Like she needs to say, I'm back. It's the light of day. I'm back in Ohio. And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, no, I don't want that. But she knows if she says no, then he's gone. So,
yeah, well, just postponing the inevitable.
Yeah.
I guess.
All right.
Gonna see it through.
Do you want to do Bree and Connor, or Emma and Mike?
Well, let's do Emma and Mike real quick, and then we can end with Bree and Connor.
Yeah.
But I don't know, why do Emma and Mike get such a bad date? They go to see some giraffes at an animal sanctuary or something, or a zoo, or whatever it was. Other people are getting romantic cabins in the woods.
I thought that was kind of cool. The Columbus Zoo. I thought it was like visiting these giraffes and learning about the giraffes.
Well, but compared to what
I know,
I guess it's better than the Chuck E. Cheese place. But the neon Chuck E. Cheese, I'll take that over that. But
oh God, did you hear them talking about the wedding? They're talking about the flowers, and then they're talking about doing it in an espresso martini tower. But they have to do them in those awful glasses.
The goblets.
the goblets, so no one will know what's inside the goblets.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work.
Yeah. Anywho. But yeah, we hear she is, she feels like Mike's right for her. She's open-minded about the baby stuff. Okay. And so now we get to the wedding day. And she's, again, were you shocked that she said yes?
No, because she's, I think it's consistent with the stance that she's taken all along. And, here's the thing. They're in the same place they were when they started.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing has been resolved and nothing will be resolved by this wedding because she kind of, she threw him a bone at the zoo by saying that, she thinks about having children, but she still is not like 100% saying, yeah, I want to have children. And he has to hear that to say yes to her. So she should have said that in her vows. If she wanted him to say yes, she should have said in her vows, I want to have children someday. And she's never been able to say that. And so, I think she really does love him and wants to be married to him. I believe that. It seems sincere.
Yeah.
So she's doing what she's already been doing this whole time. And it's his choice if he wants to roll the dice, which I don't think he should. And I don't think he will.
No, I don't think he will either. I get the vibe that, but again, with her, yes, wasn't even a yes. It was like a roller. We went on a roller coaster with her to finally get to the yes. But no, I agree. I don't think Emma expected to like Mike as much as she does. Do you know what I mean? I think she kind of was, I think she probably also was like, had a wait and see attitude. And I think that during this process that her desire and drive for kids remain the same, but her drive and desire for wanting Mike and seeing the life she could have with Mike got bigger and bigger. But that's the problem. If you want to stay with Mike, that means children.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, but it surprises me. And his parents are like, they have to have a separate conversation with him because they're like, oh, this is a whirlwind and we didn't know what was going on. And okay, we just want you to be happy. But I don't know, the parents are obviously.
Well, they're very worried for him. Because I get it. They know what kind of life he wants to have. They know him very well. They're a very close family. And so they know that if he gets married to this woman and they don't end up having kids, they're just going to get divorced.
Yeah. And they don't believe in divorce.
After 2 or 3 years, yeah. And they don't believe in divorce. So this is just, it's a tough one.
Yeah. Well, but at least, the one thing about this is, since she's the one that maybe is the one that's going to say, I don't want to have children, at least he'll still be 2 or 3 years from now, he'll still be able to meet someone and have kids.
I'm not someone before that, I'm sure.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, even if he and Emma get married and it doesn't work and they get divorced, like even 3-4 years from now, he can have a baby. Like, there's another part of me that feels a little, I don't think that people should get married just to get married, but it's like, it's not, it would be very, very different if the roles were reversed. Very different.
Right.
So.
But if you still love someone and you have to basically divorce them if you want to have children, that's different than
I guess so. Just
divorcing someone because you don't want to be married to them anymore,
Yeah. Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, I guess that's their biggest fear is he'll love her so much that he won't have children and then it gets harder and harder and harder.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's talk about Bree and Connor. And everyone I see online, everyone's doing little skits of their breakup. And it's a lot of women wearing like these big jackets, with that jacket. And everyone's like, that went out of style in 2014. And I'm like, oh, it did? Like, everyone's talking about how she's wearing this like old school
capelet.
Capelet.
What it's called?
I feel like capelets were a little bit more recent than 10 years ago, but okay.
I don't know. I've never owned a capelet. So I don't know when they were in style, but It is an odd thing to be wearing to a breakup.
Well, and
in
at
Connor's
home,
kitchen.
in your kitchen, at home.
Was that Connor's kitchen or was that their shared?
That's their shared kitchen.
That's their shared place. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But
first, before the breakup, they go on a train date where they go on a train.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I thought everything was fine. Like that train date.
Yeah.
They were happy and talking about the future. And then they had, prior to that, they didn't film this, but they'd gone to Michigan to see her father and had a great time and talked about all the fun stuff that they did. And it seemed like her dad liked Connor and everything was going great. I didn't see this coming.
That's what I said. That's what I said at the beginning of the thing. That I did not see this coming.
Yeah.
With Bree and Connor, like from this trip. But the more time I spend with Bree, the more I just really don't like her, and I love Connor. So I love Connor, and I'm very happy that she broke up with him, because this whole thing with like her dad's so special and G-Man, and we have to call him G-Man, and I'm a daddy's girl, and blah blah. It's a lot. And again, Bree thinks she knows who she is. She has zero idea. She does these things. Oh, I should be up leveling. That's what the right thing to do. Oh, my dad is, I'm the only daughter, so I'm a daddy's girl. And okay, we're going to call my dad G-Man. And we're going to, all of these little things. It just adds up to so much of it. And quite frankly, I'm sorry, she is a handful. She is a handful, and she needs someone like Connor.
She talks all the time.
Yeah,
she never keeps talking.
Bree, if you want to live this life, like if you want to be this person that you're claiming to be, this guy's the only one this guy's going to put up with it because he finds it charming, and he doesn't need to talk. He doesn't need to talk. So he's fine with this.
Yeah. And it was heartbreaking because they're in the kitchen and he's telling her how much he loves her and how excited he gets when she texts him or calls or she comes home for the day. All this, he's just going on and on and on. He's crying. And he's just pouring his heart out to her. And then she just kind of eviscerates him.
Well, yeah. Well, so one of the things she said, and she said this more than once, she said, "You're not getting the best of me. You're not getting the best of me. You're not getting the best of me." So this seems to be a big concern for her. You're not getting the best of me. But and Connor keeps trying to reassure her, like, but if I'm not getting the best of you and I still like this version of you, shouldn't this be it? And that's the other thing with Brie that's very weird. It's like, yeah, why this man still loves you? So why is this? It's weird. It's almost
why is it a problem?
Why is it a problem? And I think she's more similar to Chris than she wants to admit, because I think she doesn't like the fact that Connor's not more alpha and all those other things. But I also think that she also doesn't like maybe how she is presenting herself. And it's almost a little bit like, you need to, how do I describe it? It's like, you need to, I don't know. I'm so insecure within myself that it's so scary for you to see the worst of me. And if you love the worst of me, there must be something really wrong with you. Like, do you know what I mean? It's almost like because he loves her and loves this version of her, he's a loser.
Like he's satisfied.
Satisfied with mediocrity.
Yeah.
And I think that, again, I'm not saying that that's the truth, but I think that's what she's fearful of.
I also think this is just something she clung on to as an excuse to cut it off because he's not alpha enough for her. And she comes right out and says that.
Yeah. Well, and then she talks about how, right, when I saw your car and it looks like you have no pride because it's dirty, and how you present yourself, no pride, no hustle,
your
no
house,
grit.
your clothes, basically everything about him.
Will he be a liability?
Yeah. What does that mean? A liability in what way? A liability?
Basically, her, right. And her fear is, and I understand that for a lot of women, the world that we're living in these days, she doesn't want a man child. She does not want this. She's worried she's going to have to be cleaning up after this guy and doing all this stuff for him. But again, I understand that is understandable, but why don't you base it not on that place, but base it more on like, how is he with you here at this apartment?
Right. Well, also, yeah, once you move in together, I mean, every guy starts out living in a place like that. Like most men don't just come out of living at home with their parents into a nicely appointed, decorated,
not straight men,
not straight men. No. So, yeah, he's not going to, when you guys move in together, he's not going to be living like that.
Yeah. I mean, God, you see the photos of Epstein Island? Trust me, when straight men are in charge of decorating, this is pretty much what they're going to do. It's going to be a bunch of crap.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's not bring him into this. Yeah, she's just searching for any reason to give him. And she doesn't, I mean, the reality is that she's starting to get the ick from him. She's getting the ick, but again, I still maintain that he scared her because he loved her for her. He loved her for the person that she was. He loved all of the kookiness and the weirdness and the talking and all these things that she presents to people, but feels like she shouldn't be this way, but she's going to present it over and over again to make sure that people know that she knows that her talking is a lot, but all of that. And he says that, he said, many people think that I don't care, that I don't care about things, but that's not, I don't like talking about myself and I'm not into material things. And I think that's the other thing too, is I think she wants more of a material life. I think she wants to go to the Four Seasons. Yeah.
I think she does. And I think that he doesn't. Like, I think that he wants to go to the local, whatever restaurant. So. Yeah.
No, money's very important to her because not only she has a full-time job and then she flips houses on the side with her dad, I believe. So yeah, she likes, and that's why she's not giving the best of herself, because she's grinding, out there doing her thing, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what she means. You're not getting the best of me. You're not getting the best of me.
Well, because she kept saying, because I think it was because of work stress, because she's out there grinding. Because he says, "Yeah, I realize you're grinding." They kept saying grinding, so I guess she's just working a lot.
Yeah. Interesting.
So. All right. Well, I think we made all of our predictions.
Have we? Okay. So Mike is a no at the altar.
Mike is a no. Alex and Ashley are both no.
Vic and Christine are yes. Jordan and Amber, I guess, are yes, but not where we thought it would go. Yeah. And Brittany and Devontae, I mean, they don't even think make it. You don't even think they make it. I feel like they make it. I feel like they make it to the altar, and then he says no.
I think he goes off on his, off the grid day and never comes back.
Okay, that's possible. And is Brittany there just in her dress?
No, like he just tells the producer, "I'm not coming."
But do you think he's saying it to the producer the day of the wedding? Like she's already gone to the venue, and he's like, "Oh,
I don't know. We'll see.
I can't even go."
We'll see, but he is not showing up.
Okay.
He's not showing up. He's not even probably going to tell her to her face.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see next week.
Yeah.
Is the finale. We'll get the rest of whatever weddings are going to happen. And then we'll have a reunion after that. And
I know there's so much Love is Blind tea out in the world that it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, it's daily. It never stops.
Yeah.
The grind never stops.
The grind of figuring out who these people are and what's really going on never ends.
Never stops.
Yes.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Please come back and join us next week for the finale. If you like our podcast, please subscribe. That helps the podcast. It also helps if you are so inclined to leave a 5-star rating or rating and review. And if you really, really like us and you want more of us, you can go to our Patreon. We do a Patreon bonus episode every week, and where we talk about pop culture. We talk about what's going on with our lives. We talk about a little bit of political stuff sometimes. And on our higher tier, we do a monthly true crime bonus and a monthly Ask Us Anything bonus. We are on all the social medias. Check us out. Psych Legal Pop Podcast.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye.
This message comes from Jackson. Taxes aren't something you can only think about once a year. With investments, planning for tax day is year-round. Fortunately, Jackson offers tax-efficient products. Visit jackson.com for more information on how our products can make your tax bill a little bit less painful. Jackson is short for Jackson Financial Incorporated, Jackson National Life Insurance Company, Lansing, Michigan, and Jackson National Life Insurance Company of New York, Purchase, New York.
Hi, this is Hannah Berner from Giggly Squad. Have you ever put on a bra that makes you feel like a goddess? Prepare to be obsessed with the Dream Angel's Wicked Bra from Victoria's Secret, the iconic brand behind the world's most comfortable bras. And I only wear the most comfortable bras. The bestseller features an innovative sling for perfect lift without padding, and the fit is chef's kiss. Awaken your inner goddess with new colors and super femme lace embroidery. Find out why this bra has thousands of 5-star reviews and counting. Shop it in stores and online at victoriasecret.com.
Howdy, howdy, ho, and welcome to Fantasy Fan Fellas. I'm Hayden, producer of the Fantasy Fangirls podcast and your resident lover of all things Sanderson.
And I'm Steven, your bookish internet goofball, but you can call me the Smash Daddy.
And we are currently deep diving Brandon Sanderson's fantasy epic, Mistborn. But here's the catch. Steven here has not read Mistborn before.
That's right, hey. So each week, you'll get my unfiltered, raw reactions to every single chapter.
And along the way, we'll do character deep dives, magic explainers, and Steven will even try to guess what's next. Spoiler alert, he'll be wrong.
Newsflash, I'm never wrong. Episodes come out every Wednesday, and you can find Fantasy Fan Fellows wherever you get your podcasts.